Now Denver is just like Venezuela. I'm just joking. All right, so we're talking about Aurora, Colorado. I've been covering New York, Chicago as far as the migrant crisis, but Colorado, a lot of people don't understand what's going on in Colorado, specifically Denver. That's a sanctuary city, but it's spilling over to Aurora, which is a suburb of Denver.
I get to our top story of the morning. So this is brand new video obtained here at Fox 31. This is at an apartment complex in Aurora showing men with long guns and pistols in their hands. This is at an apartment building, and a pretty concerning video that is now going viral on social media. National news is picking this up, but we've been following this locally for weeks and we have questions.
City council members and people living in the area claim this is part of a gang takeover in several parts of the city. Those claims now getting national attention. So we wanted to go right to the mayor. Mayor Mike Coffman joins us live via Zoom this morning to talk more about this situation.
You know, let me put it in context first. This concern that it's 3 apartment complexes, but that's not to minimize it at all. But we're, the 51st largest city in America, over 400,000 in population, and so. But there are 3 apartment complexes that we believe in where there is a concentration of Venezuelan migrants. And the criminality is unfortunately followed.
So let me be honest, as an American, I'm going to say I do feel for people who are in a failed state and dire situation. But you know what? That happens everywhere. It happens all over the world. You understand? In some ways I care, in other ways I don't care, because you know what? I have children. And if I was living in one of these areas and we had all this influx of people coming in, causing new crime, new problems on top of problems that we already have. Now, if somehow, some way, few million Africans decided they could get on a plane and come over here and they got off at JFK or landed in any major city, guess what? We're not taking them into the city. We're not going to put them in any place. So, it's not that things don't happen, but nowhere in the world where you can have that many people pour into a country and then commit crimes too.
Now, you and I talked about this issue of apartment complexes, migrant gangs. We talked about this at length last week. And I did ask you if you knew about armed people going around and intimidating people at these complexes. And you said you did know that this was happening to the apartment building owners, and to an extent that we knew it was happening to people who lived there. But my question is, when did you first see this video? And when did you know it was to the extent that we're seeing in this video?
Again, it goes back to who is going to tighten up that border and also do a mass deportation, because that's what has to happen too. You can close the borders, but those people are already here. You see these guys walking up the stairs with 9s, AKs, other shotguns. They are already here.
And so, unfortunately, some of these criminal elements have come up with the migrants. It's my understanding that Venezuela does not share criminal histories with the United States, and so it's very difficult to vet them at the border, yet they've been allowed to come in anyway. People can cross the border illegally, be arrested, and then receive humanitarian parole. The problem is at the border. If you could walk across, people can walk. We have, Venezuela, unfortunately, is a failed state under a socialist dictator, and people are leaving. I think about 1/3 of the population has left, and so I think a lot of them are great people. But unlike immigration that we've had in the past, in our Venezuelan community that has been here, where they had sponsors, where they had family members, where they had resources, they were educated. Here we're getting people that just poured over the border, where typically you walk across illegally, you get arrested, you declare political asylum, you're given humanitarian parole until your case can be adjudicated, which could take months, years.
Like I said, I feel for them, but you got to understand, we can't solve everybody's problems, and that's just the reality. America can't solve everybody's problems. You guys let me know what you think. I think this is the #1 problem.